Again, those are the three things I use. I was thinking on the way up. There's like story ideas on the interface, you know, interacting with people, not just viewers, but just people, and promoting my station myself and my viewers, my people in my stories. So, I don't know. If you guys have questions, I mean, I guess it's pretty simple, but I love it.
Great. Now, how many of your colleagues are on it at the station? Like, have you
We launched the Facebook first. We launched the Facebook project like a year and a half ago. Our news director decided it'd be worthwhile for us to get some of our on-air people on Facebook, and so he left it completely up to us. Anybody who wants to do it, these are the guidelines, and there aren't many. I mean, obviously, the biggest guideline they say is if you get any weird, freaky people, to make sure you write down their name.
Right.
So this is the biggest
So
guideline.
do you have an actual policy or not?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, and I blame, I think management's not really attuned to it. My management doesn't really get it. So they don't really police us because they don't get it, you know? But, like, I'm on it. I don't know if you guys watch 27, but, like, I'm on it. Amy Kemp's on it. Allie Lanyon's on it.
I saw Allie's.
Valerie Pritchett's big into it. Alicia's kind of into it. So that's sort of what my station, very few of us are on Twitter. I'm definitely the biggest tweeter at the station. I've been getting Dennis Owens to tweet lately. I've been pushing him to tweet because people actually write to me and say, "When is Dennis going to tweet?" And I'm like, "I don't know."
That's because you're the smartest one there.
There you go.
I wouldn't go that far, but maybe on social media I'll give myself that. But,
Good.
But yeah, the Twitter stuff's been slow. I don't know if you guys have noticed that around this area, but like if you go to DC or something, a lot of people, not as many people in Harrisburg area, I think, are on Twitter. And I think they will be. I think they'll get there, but I'd like them to get there quicker.
Central Pennsylvania is not known for its early adopters.
Well,
Here you go. Anybody have any questions for Megan?
I'm thrilled you're on because I contacted one of your competitors who has one person on their whole staff on who never tweets. There were two reporters joking about making fun of people on Twitter. I sent them an email right away. I said, I teach 3 blocks away from you. I would be happy to come up and do a tutorial with you all day if you like, and they didn't even respond.
wow. You have to tell me that after.
Yeah.
I'd be happy to.
Now you got my curiosity.
Names and numbers.
Yeah. I think, you know, just in terms of businesses, like if you guys are trying to promote a story for a client or for yourself, like I think the biggest thing that I would bring home to you is reaching out to people, reaching out to media on Facebook and Twitter. Like, I get a million emails a day. I know everybody says that, and I'm sure you guys are the same way, but it's like, it's flooded with alerts and press releases and just boring crap that I don't want to read. So when people are sending me personal messages, sometimes it gets lost in the mix, but a Facebook message or an @ mention or a direct message on Twitter, I mean, it's easy.
Yeah.
Again, like 140 characters, boom, it's back. Yeah, sure, call me. Here's my cell phone number.
I think that also would speak for the PR marketing industry. If you can say what you need to say in 140 characters, isn't that in our world and in your world, you're like, boom, this is good communication. Here, this is the story. This is not a 2-page press release. Here's the,
And then you realize that person gets it too.
Yeah,
So then you want to work with them. They're not like, again, sending you this long novel of an email and you're trying to weed through it. You don't have that kind of time.
Is anybody faxing media releases anymore?
Police still do. State police. Not so much. Other organizations, not as much. Mostly email. Yeah. So.
We were joking in class today about that fax was actually a really new piece of technology not too long ago, and the kids all laughed.
I have a question here. So, I was saying earlier, I was talking about an event I'm doing next month. It's a charitable event, so I'm trying to pull in CPR.
Yep, sorry.
To get the
Thank you.
newspapers on board with it, and so I've been going through some of that process. But you're saying you'd much rather get a personal message directly to you, or
The tweet,
So do you think that could change the process as far as how press releases actually get
Are you
attention?
tweeting them?
Oh yeah.
Not all the way.
I'll have to retweet you.
I will always respond to somebody who sends me a personal message, whether it be on a phone or an email, but preferably, I would say I prefer tweets and Facebook messages. That's, like I said, it's super easy. I'm not saying it works for everyone, but if you know it's a reporter like me that's into it, I would definitely. I think that would be your best bet.
press releases are more like noise.
Yeah.
Now, they're all over the place. They come in all day long. Because you have that personal connection to someone who actually makes them.
Right, and if it's like a weekend event and I'm not working on the weekend, I can point you in the right direction to someone who is. I mean, I will say this, like, events that you're going to have, like, if you have them during the week, I know you won't get as many people because it's during the week, but my gosh, I think you'll get better media coverage because, like, at my station, we have one crew on the weekend, and we just can't get to everything we want to get to. I mean, I don't even think we got a crew to Woofstock over the weekend, and Valerie Pritchett was emceeing that. I think she brought her camera and was, like, taking some home video of it to put on the news because we couldn't get a crew there. So that's another tidbit as well.
So would you say the press releases, I guess it's really for both of you, they're kind of DOA?
Well, not, I guess, I
Well,
don't
if you
know.
have people not on the channels, there would be some, some people are reading them in the station, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, I mean, sending a press release to the main station, like, they'll read it, but, the traditional way of sending a release and then phone calling, there's people, like our desk, we have a guy that's very traditional on our desk, and he prefers to deal with faxes and phone calls, so it's not dead, but it's not the direction it's going in.
Because it's not always about newsworthiness anymore. I bought a new pack of pencils at Staples today. You could get as mundane a press release about that.
Yeah, I would definitely say just get it out to whoever you can and be persistent. I mean, like, I'll go back to Eve. She was super persistent. I mean, Anne connected us, but she said, well, when would be a good time? And I said, well, maybe next Monday I'll connect with you. And of course I forgot. So instead of calling me, even though she had my number, she just direct messaged me on Twitter and was like, hey, were you still going to call today? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, I'm actually really busy today, but when do you want to do this? And she's like, well, I'm free tomorrow. And I'm like, okay, what time? Can I be there at 11? And she's like, sure. So we just bypassed the entire phone call.
Right.
And she was persistent, but it's not really aggressive if you do it on social media.
Yeah.
I don't think. I mean, if you write to someone a couple times and they don't write back, then so be it. But I thought that was really good of her to, like, push that and say, Megan, I'm thinking you probably forgot. You were supposed to call me today. She was right. I had forgotten to call her. And then I got a great story out of it. So
What's
that's
your Twitter?
Megan Healey.
Healey.
Yeah.
We'll continue with questions. I'll finish with one story and then shut this off so we can do real talk. Interesting. We were having conversation. Megan tweeted that she's looking for a car. Okay, well, one of my clients is, among other things, the CEO of L.B. Smith Ford. So I DM'd him. I said, pay attention to your timeline here. Now, this client is 62. And I brought his card, which he wants me to give to you.
Okay.
The first traditional cards we've done with his Twitter profile and his LinkedIn on here, his office and his mobile. The fax is off. So in his generation, there's not too many that have their Twitter profile on their executive, and he's the C-level. So he goes back and forth with Megan, and I think a bottle of wine was thrown in there too.
It was.
If you
I don't know how he knew that.
if you come, it was in your profile.
Oh, yeah. Why
He read it.
Oh,
read it.
I didn't even get that.
He read it. Because I said, how did you know that?
I'll go back to my professional, personal.
There you go.
There's no line.
But his last name is Jordan, so he said, I'm going to throw in some Jordan Cab. And he's been schooled well, I will say that. He gets the social media channel. So you have bypassed all the professional car salesman conversation, and the CEO, who never does that, that's not his job, he's running another big company, offers to meet Megan. And I noticed Faulkner jumped in and some other people jumped in. So when I shut this off, this afternoon, we go over to the car dealership, and he has me flip video the cars that he had tweeted you.
Oh, look
So
at
he says, if Megan can't come to us, you do a short flip video. So she had asked about a Toyota Corolla, and they had a Honda Civic used, and this is a Ford dealer. So he throws in there a plug that, remember, I'd be remiss if I wasn't going to show you a Ford after I showed you these two. And so there's a Ford Fiesta on this on this
I got
video.
a couple recommendations for that too.
So it just, even the executives are understanding the power of the channel. no more, I'll see you in 3 days, you want to meet me at the dealership,
Right.
you know. If you can't come to us, boom, here's a flip video. And then you get to see the personality, you get to hear them, you get to see the vehicle and find out if you want to continue doing business.
Right.
So I thought that was a
Absolutely. I'll be looking forward to that.
good. All right, any last tips before I shut the flip off?
Best tips. Only if you guys have questions. I'm
You
not,
shared awesome stuff.
Is anyone
Awesome
missing
stuff.
a pizza?
Any questions, anybody, for Harrisburg Social Media Club besides the pizza? Okay, good.